2:28 a.m. October 27th. Again, 2:28 a.m. October 27th. This will be for youtube.com/ at symbol WADEALANHEINEMANMAN. So there's two MANs at the end of that. I'm just to recap the last 3 days. On the 23rd of October 2024, I drove down to Des Moines to pick up a gift car that I bought for my parents. It's a 2006 Chrysler 300. I paid cash for the vehicle. I do not have payments on it. It said easy payments on the windshield, but I paid cash for it. And it was the cash price that was advertised online for the car. Some of them that they sell payments plan, but this was the cash price that I paid for the car. And I fully tested it out when I got it back the 23rd for my parents, and I just drove it on gravel, but I had it in my name and insured. Is I automatically am covered the first 24 hours. When I get a vehicle, then I have to call in, which I did the next day, to cover the vehicle under my policy. It is paid for in full. There is no payments. I did not steal anything. It was indicated something was hot or stolen. There's nothing stolen on the car. It was purchased from a dealership in Des Moines. And I posted the text that I sent to them on the way down there to the dealership, and that was it. I didn't go down to Des Moines for anything else other than to buy the vehicle. I know the frauds are wanting to stage all kinds of lies, but that's why I went down there on the 23rd. 24th, I went to Cherokee, Iowa, to the AgState headquarters to talk to the management there about the boundary issue between my property, 310 North of Gorris Street in Marathon, Iowa, and their AgState building. Just trying to work things out between us, and they have not come back to me with what they want to do yet. I gave them a proposal, 3 options, and they haven't come back to me with what they want to do yet. I just want to avoid a contentious relationship with them. I don't care which option that they choose. To me, I gave them something that I felt was fair either way, and I will continue to follow through on that. There's no one else involved in it. They asked if I was going to get a lawyer. I said I'd rather not get a lawyer involved, but if it's necessary, I will. It's very, I'll just feel it out on Monday, see if I need one. If I don't, I'd rather not get one. They got a lawyer, so then I have to kind of, pay attention to what's going on. And if need be, I'll get one. Otherwise, I'd rather handle it without one, because I think it's better if 2 capable parties are involved. I'm pretty confident in myself that I can handle myself with a lawyer involving property. I've been a housing inspector for 8 years. I was a housing planner. I understand boundaries. So it's not, again, I'll be able to handle myself with any lawyer anyway. And I'm not demeaning lawyers. I'm just saying, and they have more knowledge in the areas that they have knowledge of, but it's not that difficult of an issue, is what I'm saying. It'll be simple as long as they're not trying to screw me on the boundary, and then I'll have to get, my own opinion and lawyer involved, and, then it becomes more of a contentious issue, which is why I was trying to avoid in the first place. So, hopefully they come back reasonably and don't try to get one over on me, because then we'll have to get lawyers involved. But I don't want to do that. Again, that's what I've been trying to express to them from the beginning, and that's why I was proactive on that level. But so that was what I did on the 24th. And it takes 3.5 hours to get to Cherokee, Iowa from Fairbank, Iowa. and then, half an hour to talk to them. I wanted to make sure they saw my face so they know I'm not, that I am the real Wade Heineman. You're not going to be dealing with anyone else. There's no one else involved financially or in any way in a business or work capacity. It's just myself. Anyone claiming they are representing me are the people that steal my papers and then return them, etc. I want them in prison. There's been a couple of unknown numbers that called me from Nebraska. One claimed he was representing AgState. I did call him back. He said his name was Darren. He said he was regional manager. His phone is from Western Nebraska, so I don't know if he may have just, got the job and then moved to Iowa because all of AgState's buildings are in Iowa, which would be very reasonable because Nebraska is a rural state. But just to let people know, I don't know anybody from Nebraska, never have. And a couple more numbers called from Nebraska on my other phone, 319-264-0815. I'd switched all of my accounts to this phone because there's no reception next to the AgState building at 310 North of Gore Street in Marathon, which is why I switched to Verizon on this phone that I have all my accounts on now, because I had planned to move up there into the camper, which is next to the AgState building, and Verizon does come in because the tower is coming from the other direction, whereas U.S. Cellular's in the shadow there. So I didn't get good reception with U.S. Cellular next to the AgState building. At the time I was up there the first time, spending time up there working. So, and then the 25th, that was yesterday, I was at my parents' red and white barn home most of the day working on the vehicle that I gave them. Just oil change, cleaned it up, and then I worked on my van a little bit and talked to my parents quite a bit. So it was a much better day than the 24th was when I gave them the vehicle, which kind of is backwards, but that's kind of our family. So it can be that way. And so it was a good, very bad day on 24th with our family, I felt, and then a very good day to yesterday on the 25th of October 2024. So that's about all I need to explain. I left today at 6 something for my parents to go get food in Fairbank Old Wine and feed cats, and got food. Then I was out in the field for, I don't know, a couple hours. I don't know exactly how long I was out there, 2-3 hours. And then, I have no idea. It was a couple hours. I didn't talk to anybody, didn't meet anybody. Then I went up into the shed there and hooked up my heater to the inside the van, which is electrical outside, and just sat in there with my cat. Lucky was in there, so if I was talking to somebody, it was him. But it's never sexual, and there's never any sexual talk. It's just how you talk to a pet. So it, it's indicated I was talking to a pet sexually or some fetish bullshit lie or whatever they're talking about. I don't know, but there were nothing else went on. There was a bunch of cars driving by really slow, and then indications about drugs and trafficking in some way. Again, it's just staged lies. All of it would be staged lies. I don't know why they were driving by so slow. All the cars, but just a bunch of cars driving by really slow, and almost stopping in front of Half Mile North Fairbank on V68. I don't know if they're just trying to see if I was there, or if they staged a lie already about whatever the drugs or trafficking or whatever their lies were. The guy in Old Wine downtown was stalking me again. He walks around on the sidewalk wherever I'm at with my vehicle. He'll follow me around with his cell phone out. Indication his name's Jose. He's like a taller, for a Spanish-speaking guy, he's taller, thin, does not speak much English at all that I've heard, And he follows me around for the last 2 years, downtown Owine. Wherever I go, he's there with his cell phone. I don't know what he's doing. If he's ever been on the property half mile north of Fairbank or at my parents', he's criminal. Trespassing, breaking and entering. If he claims any connection to me, he's a criminal. I don't know how. But he stalks me. I yell at him because he's stalking me again. So if somebody's going to follow me around everywhere I go, downtown somewhere where I drive my vehicle, he's following me around by foot with his phone out, ever standing there, not just following me, but I'll be parked somewhere and then he'll stop on the sidewalk with his phone out right where I'm at. So I'll yell at him and tell him, get the fuck away from me, shit like that, because he's stalking me. Everywhere I go downtown, he's following me everywhere I go. So dark-skinned, Spanish-speaking, tall for a Spanish speaker, thin, not attracted to him. I'm not attracted to males. Indications is and they might be Jose. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know any Jose, never have. There was a Jose that worked bridge construction when I did, spring 2018. He couldn't speak a word of English at that time. All I understood was that he wanted a Mustang. I could not understand anything else he said, and that's just the truth. But there's been indications about a Jose since that time. It's not the same guy that's following me around downtown Owine. It's a different person, and I don't know for sure if this guy's name is Jose. It's just been indicated. Never been in the military, never been married, green eyes, not blue, 10.7-inch hands. This is all about me. What I'm saying, my characteristics, not been on a plane or jet since 2011. It's October 27, 2024. Indications I'm a robot just because I talk like this. I've been talking like all this information for 5 years now. So I'm very well versed in the things that I need to say about the truth about my life. Not a robot. It's just, I've just said this stuff over and over again. I should only have to say it once, but I've had to say it over and over again. Never been attracted to a male, never will be, never been with a male romantically, sexually, intimately, and never will be, will never be interested in a male that way. I've only ever been with natural adult females. I'm only attracted to females. I'm not attracted to transgender. I'm not transgender. I don't have any female parts, never wanted to be a female in any way whatsoever, never worn women's clothing, never worn women's makeup, never worn women's accessories, don't want anything to do with that. I'm attracted to females. I admire females that I'm attracted to them and that they're different than I am. And I want it to stay that way. I don't want to be like them. I want them to be like them, and I want me to be like a man that I am. And circumcised 1971, no changes since that time. I want it to continue to be that way. Not been on a plane or jet since 2011. Not had any friendships since 2016. No date, romance, relationship in 9 years. Never been married. I don't care who is claiming I've been married. I have never been married. They've been forging documents and defrauding me in some way. I don't know who they are. I don't even know if it's a male or female ever claimed I was married. I was engaged twice. They didn't work out. We broke up once in 2004 or 2003 and once in 2013. So that's that. This is again only for youtube.com /@ WADELANHEINEMANMAN. 2 MANs at the end of that. And I continue to post 30, 40 posts a day, posts and replies on x.com /WADES2ND. No Facebook 3+ years. Don't use Instagram. Never use TikTok. Never use Snapchat.